I don't know how. Hello there. I'm LD, and in today's video, I'm reviewing Adventures in Time, and I seem to have been abandoned by my Tardis. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. Oh well. So as per usual, the mod will be linked in the description below. The wiki for it will also be linked down there, which you're probably going to need because this is a very complicated mod. I mean, I needed it, and I just barely understand how it works. Of course, do feel free to check it out. I do have another mod installed called Adventures with Tardises, which is another mod I'm going to review at some point. I don't know explicitly when that's going to be. But so if you see something and it says AWT, that stands for Adventures with Tardises, and I'm not going over that yet. It's just there. This video, I'm going to go over how to get a TARDIS, how to fly a TARDIS, durability, things like that, and then I might make a part 2 if depending on how well this video does and if I can be buffered. No, it's alright. I had to do a lot of preparation for this video, and it's mentally drained me quite a bit. But I'm gonna have to get used to that, so I do want to do more in-depth reviews at some point. But yes, so here I will be showing you how to get a TARDIS, how to charge TARDIS, how to travel with TARDIS. Then maybe I might do a part 2 showing you the space stuff and all the extra stuff. I think handles is in this mod, things like that. But I suppose let's just dive right in. So let's do that. Okay, so first things first, really the most important thing, well, let's make it day actually. So that's time, set, day. First things first, the most important thing you are going to need is Zeition. Zeition is found in geodes, so I'm going to just have a quick look for a geode underground, and if I can't find one, then I'll put some footage in. But I don't think they're super... Yeah, there's one. You need to find geodes, which are the exact set. Well, there's a lot of them here. It's just the same as amethyst. You find geodes. There's clusters of Zeition. They bud from specific blocks. I think you can break these with silk touch. I forgot to install a jade. I'm on fabric, which I'm not usually on fabric, but I think this mod works best on fabric. Like, it's one of those ones where it specifically says on the Forge version, Forge, and then on this one it just says Adventures with Time. So I'm on fabric, so I assume it's made to work best on fabric. I couldn't install sodium for some reason as well. That made my game crash. But yeah. You're going to need lots of Zeition for a bunch of different recipes. So really just mark one of these. If you have a mod for it, maybe have these constantly be chunk loaded so you're always growing Zeition. Really just... You get as much Zeition as you can. You're going to need so much of it. So much. I mean, it's your gateway to everything in the mod, really. Like, you need it for the blocks you need to make everything. Now, where's my... Oh, wherever... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, this is... I put this together because, I was going to use a pre-made world, and I tried to record this video already, but I, did it on a pre-made world, and I realised I needed a world that wasn't pre-made because I needed new chunks that were newly generated. So I've tried to do a shoddy recreation of the IM Foreman scrapyard. Roughly. These used to be powder as well, but then some water leaked. But I don't think I've done too bad a job. It's not bad. I had an image from the Doctor Who wiki. I think this is from the one had it based off of, so I think from a 3rd or 4th Doctor episode. It looked around that period, so that's where I've based this off of. But yeah, it's not exact, obviously, but, is what it is. I couldn't find a good image of inside as well, but this is kind of based off the episode from the scene from An Unearthly Child, where we first see the TARDIS with the weather vane and so on and so forth. But this is roughly based off that. But yeah. So you're gonna need Zeition. I've done waffling on. You're gonna need Zeition as a main thing you're gonna need. You'll need Zeition to make a fabricator. A fabricator is made with 2 Zeition shards and 5 obsidian. So the fabricator really need to make all advanced technology in the mod. I say all. Well, you can make... Well, there's certain things you can make just with, general blocks like traditional crafting. But to make your sonic screwdriver and your subsystems, you're going to need a fabricator. Now, the fabricator doesn't work on its own. The fabricator is an attachment to a smithing table. So you need a smithing table, then place this on top, and Bob's your uncle. You've got yourself the fabricator, and you can use it to make things. Now, an interesting thing about the fabricator is it also adds a villager profession. I do have written down what this villager can sell, but I will go over it later after I've gone over how to obtain it all manually, because you can get a lot of stuff from this guy that you're going to need. Well, you don't need it. You can all of the stuff you can get from him, you can make yourself, but it will be a lot easier if you just farm villagers to get stuff. So yes. You're going to need Zeition shards. I've gone over that. Now, I forgot. Well, actually, I'll use his fabricator. I've put it here. Well, I'll get my own actually. You know, let's show some initiative. Smithing table. Also, it'll just be a hassle to use it there. So yeah, smithing table. Shift click to put that on top. So yeah, your fabricator. Now you see here it says insert blueprints. Blueprints are needed to craft, well, your sonic screwdriver requires blueprints. Every single subsystem requires blueprints to make, and you also need them to make fluid links and your engine, which is going to be very important. But you're going to need your sonic screwdriver to get a Tardis in the first place. This is very important. You need a sonic screwdriver. So you can find blueprints. Blueprints are found in various places. I have a few listed here. These aren't limited to these, but you can find them in shipwrecks, nether fortresses, and villages, is what I have written down. There's also a handful of other... It said on the wiki it wasn't just limited to those, but those are the examples they gave. So just general... A bunch of different, loot chests can have blueprints in them. And then obviously blueprints... The blueprint system works. It's basically just like an overcomplicated crafting table. You need a blueprint. You get your blueprint with a sonic screwdriver. You insert your blueprint by right clicking. I think you also keep these, so I think you only need one blueprint ever. I've tried in survival mode, and it didn't take my blueprint. I don't know if you can only use them a certain amount of times, but they don't break they don't disappear after you use them once. So I don't know if you're going to need to get a lot of these, or if you only need one of each. But I assume you only need one of each. But yeah, so you insert them into your fabricator, attached to your smithing table, and then it gives you the list of items you'll need. Yeah, repeater, iron ingots, Zeition shards, Artron unit collector. The Artron unit collector is made with 6 copper ingots, 2 iron ingots, and 1 block of redstone. A pretty simple one. Where is that? That'll be in here. Then obviously we're going to need redstone and iron. What was it say? It said 4 iron, 5 redstone and 1 repeater. Was that 5? No, it was 5, yeah. Repeater, iron, we're going to need 4. We're going to need, what? Was that 6 Zeition? Zeition, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing something, I think, but I'll figure it out in a second. Oh, no, never mind. And then you get your sonic screwdriver, and you just right-click to get it out. Now, your sonic screwdriver will not work when you first get it. It will be in an inactive mode, which when you try to use it, it doesn't do anything because it doesn't have any Artron units, so it isn't charged. There's a handful of ways to get Artron units. Well, to charge your sonic screwdriver, you can right-click on a rift in space and time, which will charge your sonic screwdriver. We're going to go over that in a minute because we need to do that to get a Tardis in the first place. But there's the power converter, which I haven't tested just yet, but it says it converts Zeition, lava, coal, and wood into Artron. So let's actually get the power converter. Come here. Let's get some Zeition. Let's just get 64 Zeition shards. Okay. I do not. Okay. I probably should have tested this beforehand. Is it the sort of thing? No. Okay. You know what? Let's just. Okay. I'm just going to go over the way I know how you can charge it. So you need to find a rift. To find a rift, you're going to want a rift scanner, which is made with 2 nether quartz, or 1 block of redstone, 2 iron ingots, 1 diamond, and 1 amethyst shard to get a rift scanner. And then you're going to need a rift scanner to find rifts in space and time, which look like the cracks in space and time from Series 5 of Doctor Who. To give you a rough idea, okay, well, it will be around here, hopefully. I always have a bit of a finicky time trying to find them. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, look at this. It's a little rift in all of space and time. A crack in the fabric of... Oh, dear Lord, I didn't mean to jump in. I didn't know this could happen. I've never had this happen before. Oh, dear. I'm on the moon. Okay. I haven't messed about with the space stuff yet. Last time I used this mod, the space stuff wasn't in yet, so I just wanted to show you how to get a TARDIS, and then I do... Oh, dear Lord. Okay, / game will keep inventory true. Keep inventory. I can't believe that. / kill. I might go over this at a later point in time. Oh dear. / locate planes. Biome planes. I did not set my world spawn either. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna just / set world spawn here. Right. Don't jump in the rifts. / set world spawn. Set world spawn. To be fair, I think you can lose your TARDIS, and I don't know explicitly what happens to it, but I think it probably could get sent to another dimension. So that's you could always, I suppose, use a rift in space and time to try and get back to your TARDIS. Okay. Did jumping into that delete it? Or have I... Okay, let's just track down a new one. Apparently somewhere around here. Alright. Okay. Oh, there we go. I will say one thing about the rift scanner. I do sort of wish it worked like a compass, so you could see it moving in your... Oh, doesn't matter. Anyway, okay. Be very careful. Right click. Boom. I've gotten a coral fragment, and my sonic screwdriver is charged 1,000 Artron units. I think, yeah, you can also scan to find a rift chunk. Also, when you first grab your Sonic, it's always going to be the prime casing, by the way. So yeah, you're going to need to do that a few times, because you're going to need coral fragments. You're going to need 9 of them. More later, but just to get a coral growth, which you need to make your TARDIS, you're going to need 9 coral fragments. So you're going to be on the lookout for a lot of those. But to be fair, I don't think they're super rare. I've been able to find quite a few in my experience. Like, they're not, like, massively rare. You could, like, it's not unusual to come across them. I've come across like 3 quite near to each other before. It's like, you know. Apparently there's going to be one around here as well. There's a lot. But yeah, I mean, so we got a coral fragment. Let's just pretend I've got a 9 and I've made myself a coral growth. Now, you're going to need to grow your coral growth into your Tardis Coral, which you're going to need soul sand for. 1 soul sand, so you're going to have to go to the nether. And you're going to need to have your sonic screwdriver in scan mode. Oh, well, that's... Oh, this is a modded block. That's neat. I'm scanning... I'm going to go over the Sonic fully later. So using it on wood gives you the... It doesn't work on wood advancement. That's very neat. But yeah, I was more so trying to... Yeah, rift chunk not found. Okay. Rift chunk found. Here? No. Here. Okay. Let's break this block. Put this down. Tardis. Oh. What's it here? It's very finicky. Here. It's not finicky. You just have to be very. Okay, right here. Right here. Please. What the actual... Okay. Because of course. Right. What was that? What the? It's like when I place the soul sand. Yeah, what? It just doesn't like me. Okay, that's great. Oh, God's sakes. Can I make a rift chunk? Come on. Slash Adventures in Time. Rift chunk. Set. 1,000. Give me one, yeah. And this has to be, I haven't played it, I think maybe it has to be above a specific amount of Archon units. Okay. Ooh. Here. Okay. Oh my god. What's happening? I'm so confused. Rift chunks are becoming not rift chunks. Why? Am I gonna have to make a whole new world to just try and get this to work? I will be so upset. There we go. Get the advancement Gardening Guru. I might speed that up because I might speed that up in post because that took me too long. I kept finding rift chunks and it kept not letting me place down this thing. But yeah, you place this down on a piece of soul sand in a rift chunk and it starts to grow. So, you might be thinking, this is based off take speed as well, so you can increase your take speed to speed up how quickly this grows. So you might be thinking, so LD, that's all I have to do, right? That's all I have to do, I just have to place the coral and it grows and then I've got a TARDIS? No. It's a complex space-time machine. It's not like an IKEA bookshelf. You don't just put a few screws together and that's it, you've got a bookshelf. Then you've got to put a lot of effort into this. So you place your Tardis Coral down, but your TARDIS is going to need a few things to get itself right as rain and working. Obviously, you've placed down your Tardis Coral. You've got your coral fragments. You've made your Tardis Coral. You found a rift chunk. You've got to the soul sand, and you've placed it down on that, and it's all growing lovely. You've got the Gardening Guru advancement. So that's going to grow over time. But you're going to need a few things. Plasmatic material, for one. You're going to need a plasmatic material. Because you're going to need to make a coral cage later. and then you're going to need 8 more plasmatic material for that. Altogether, you need 10 plasmatic material and another coral fragment, plus 2 iron ingots and 4 iron bars. I'll show you why later when I'm doing this, but for now we're going to go over the matrix energizer because this is going to take you a while. So you need 4 iron ingots, 1 redstone dust, 1 superheated Zeition, which is made by taking a Zeition shard and putting it in a blast furnace. Then you're going to need 1 archon collector, which is a lightning rod, 2 smooth stone slabs, 1 block of redstone, and 1 iron ingot. You're going to need all those things to make the matrix energizer. Now, the matrix is your Tardis's personality. This needs to be charged, so you need to place it on a naturally occurring shrieker to produce a personality matrix. It specifically has to be naturally occurring. You can't place one in creative and do that. It has to be naturally occurring. As you can see, my Tardis has just grown a little bit. Already grown so fast. So proud. So let's get our matrix energizer and let's /locate. Is the deep dark a biome? Deep dark is a biome. Okay, let's make a waypoint at my Tardis, and then let's go to our deep dark. It's 559 blocks away. No, I just did that on nothing. I'm in blocks. We've got a deep dark here. Awesome Zeition. Oh, is this isn't a very big deep dark. I just need to find 1 shrieker. I'm going to give myself night vision. /effect. Give me night vision infinitely, please. Right. Oh, shrieker. This one's on a podium as well. So we found our shrieker. So then we're going to need to place our matrix energizer on top of our shrieker. Procrastination 3000. Place a matrix energizer on top of a naturally generated shrieker. I do not know how long this takes specifically, because I have tried to do this once, and I was sat there for what felt like 30 minutes, but, you know, ADHD brain, it might have just been 5 minutes, and I'm just, and my attention span just couldn't cope. Eventually, I just cheated myself in a personality matrix, which is probably what I'm going to do here. But this is what you need to do. You need to put this here and put it here for ages and ages. And eventually, it will spit out a personality matrix. And you're going to need that for your Tardis. So let's head on back to our Tardis. Well, I'll mark this personality. No, there don't want to be a K there. There's not meant to be a T there either. Personality matrix. Okay. Tardis. I will say I like how Zero's works on Fabric. I really like how it gives you a little thing here. Oh, has this grown a bit more? Oh, I think it has. So we've got our Tardis growing here, and when it grows, it's just going to be a coral. Not like it is now, but it'll be Tardis shaped, and you'll be able to go into it, but it will still be just a coral exterior. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a coral cage, which I showed you how to get, but I'll put the recipe on screen here again, just so you can see it. I also showed you how to get plasmatic material with light concrete powder, 2 superheated Zeition, and 1 slime ball. Can be thrown. I don't know what's adding that. But that's how you get plasmatic material. So let's give ourselves a coral cage and plasmatic material. I'm just going to need 8. Pretend I've crafted this. And let's /game rule tick speed. What's it? Is it set random tick speed? No, sure. Okay, it's just random tick speed. Let's just set this. I think the base is 7, base Minecraft, so I'm going to set this to 100. Boom. A lot of stuff is going to grow around me as well. Oh, yep. Shooting up. Oh, look at that. I think I caught the stages of growth a little bit. Okay, back to 7. Ooh, boy. I unlocked a lot of shells Interface. So it's a steel steam. Okay. A lot of different stuff here. A lot of different stuff. Okay. So, neat little fact about inside this TARDIS currently. This is a very, very early growing TARDIS, and it's not even properly a TARDIS yet. So the interior is how you say toxic, I believe, is what people say. Toxic fumes will kill you, something like that. So you're gonna need a respirator. There's two respirators. They're the exact. They do the exact same things. It's just aesthetic, really. You can either get the Breaking Bad respirator or the Doctor Who Into the TARDIS respirator from that one episode where the TARDIS crashed because Clara didn't have the defences on. But yeah, that's not really a spoiler. It's at the start of the episode. Plus, the episode came out years ago. I feel like you know. So what do I want? Do I want to look like Walter White, or do I want to look like Matt Smith, my favourite Doctor? Which suits me better? I will say this probably. Well, actually, no. Actually, I don't know. What suits. No, I can't. That's on my face. What suits him? I think this does suit me better, though. We'll go inside, but there's not much to see. I have night vision on, so I can see a bit better, but even I can't see super well, because, it's real dark. Wow. The inside of a unfinished TARDIS. Yeah, not much to see here. Really, you can't even see. Let's just go back outside. So you right click with the coral cage, and it puts this on here, which gives it a bit of a it's like when you use well, I guess what, a cookie cutter when you're baking cookies. I don't know. Well, it's a cage, I suppose. Yeah, so you put your cage on, you right click it with the plasmatic materials, you need 8, and there you go. Obviously it doesn't look perfect, but that's because this isn't complete yet. But if I go back inside now, all I'm missing is a personality matrix, and my TARDIS can begin to grow. Yeah, throw a personality matrix into the water to give life. How's my personality matrix doing? It is nowhere near done. I don't know how long this takes. Again, I don't think it said on the wiki. I think I would have. I don't have it written down if it did. But yeah. Boom. No, oh, that's the wrong one. I'm just gonna cheat myself a personality matrix because they have one here. So, boom. So, we've got our plasmatic shell. We've got our personality matrix. So let's go to this console-like structure here inside. Okay, please be a good TARDIS. Boom, and then we run outside because reconfiguration is starting. This has closed off. Oh dear. No, wait, no. Oh, no. Okay. I didn't. I thought because it was closed off, it wouldn't let me in. Okay. Slash effect. And it's gone. Yeah, that's right. April Fools. This is how you lose a TARDIS. You aren't supposed to throw the personality matrix into the water. I undertyped. Yeah, I was lying to you. Yeah, definitely. That was, very good fib that was. TARDIS. TT capsule, specifically. Boom. That is a TARDIS, time and relative dimensions in space. Which, to be fair, I mean, these should question a few things. Like, Susan Foreman, I think, is originally the one who came up with the idea for TARDIS as an anagram for... Or not even an anagram. Is it an anagram? Oh, whatever. as the name for a TARDIS, based off the initial time and relative dimension in space. It's like Susan came up with that. I think it's implied originally all of the Time Lords just originally said the full thing, if I remember correctly. So I don't know why it's really, it should be called it's just easier to say TARDIS, isn't it? That's the only reason. So yeah. You might be saying to me, so I forgot I had the gas, I forgot I had the respirator on. You're gonna need to keep this on as well. I'll get into that in a second. But so you might be saying to me, so LD, can I use my TARDIS now? Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not. It's just no, you can't. Obviously, you can. Oh my, really? Oh god, you thought you could use your TARDIS already? God, no. Put your respirator back on, for God's sakes. Oh, so silly, you lot. No. For one, we don't even have a TARDIS console. How do you expect to use your TARDIS and have a console? But what worse than not having a console? Boom. It doesn't have an engine. Ba-boom. There's no engine. So yeah, I'm personally going to put my engine here. I think this is one of the few interiors where you're supposed to put the engine here. I'll get into that in a minute because it's something that annoys me. But anyway, engine, because we need the lights on. So your engine is crafted in the fabricator. You need 8 Artron cables. Artron cables are made with 6 polished deep slate, 2 copper ingots, and 1 Zeition shard. You will then need 3 to 6 Zeition shards. I don't know why it says 3 to 6 or 6 to 8 specifically. 4 coral fragments. And you will need an Artron fluid cable, a data fluid cable, an Artron mercurial link, data mercurial link, a vortex fluid link, and a vortex mercurial link. So the recipes for these I'm going to go over now. The Artron fluid link is 1 to 2 Artron cables, 3 to 4 ingots of copper, and 1 to 3 Artron collector units. Again, this is all in the fabricator with blueprints. The recipe for the data fluid, well actually let's go in order that I had it listed here. The data fluid link is 1 to 3 Hyperion core shafts, which are made with 1 superheated Zeiton, 1 iron ingot, and 1 photon accelerator. And a photon accelerator is 4 iron ingots and 1 blaze powder in the middle. So yes, that is the data fluid link also needs 1 to 2 Artron cables, a Zeiton dust, and 4 to 5 copper ingots. 3 Zeiton dust specifically. Zeiton dust is gained by putting a Zeiton shard into a crafting table. It gives you Zeiton dust. Don't snort it. That doesn't make sense. I remember on the server I saw people joking about them being drugs. Well, to be fair, no, not. It'd be like that one episode of Rick and Morty. No. Then the vortex fluid link is made with 1 to 3 Artron cables, 1 to 2 ender pearls, 5 to 7 Zeiton shards. The Artron mercurial link is 1 to 2 Artron cables, 5 to 8 redstone dust, and 1 to 2 Artron collector units, which I went over how to make earlier. I'll put the recipe on screen here though, just so you in case you've forgotten. That was the mercurial, yeah. The data mercurial link is 1 to 3 Hyperion core shafts, 1 to 2 Artron shards, Artron cables, and 1 to 2 Artron Zeiton shards. I mean, I'm getting confused by them both being so close to each other. 4 to 5 redstone dust, and then finally the vortex mercurial link is 1 to 2 Artron cables, 5 to 9 Zeiton shards, a 9 to 19 redstone dust, and a 1 transwarp resonator, which is made with 8 iron ingots and 1 Zeiton shard. And it's too dark in here, so I've just got that little noise. But yeah, so then you make your engine. But obviously you're going to need the blueprints for all of this stuff. So don't celebrate just yet. You're going to need to go to lots of places and loot for lots of blueprints. But it's not easy to travel through space and time. As I would say, as Back to the Future taught us anything. But, well, you know, That's more consequences of time travel than figuring out how to. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Engine. Anyway, I've got an engine now. It's 3x3. So yeah, keep that in mind wherever you're going to put it. But it gives you power. Just placing that down. Obviously, again, like if I take this off, I start taking damage. I just want to show that off. You also get weakness because again, you're breathing in toxic fumes. But we need our console. Our console is very important, and for your console, there are two ways to acquire it. The first way to acquire a console is the more complex way. I'm going to give the more complex way first, actually. So the more complex way you can do it. There's a piece of soul sand here, as you can see. And you can place another coral growth on here and make sure it's lighted up around it, and eventually that will grow into a Tardis console. But the easier way to do it, and the way I would recommend you do it, and I realise I haven't, I don't think I've bookmarked this, is you could make a console generator, which just makes your console for you. It's 1 iron ingot, 2 redstone comparators, 1 end crystal, and 1 piece of glass. I would recommend doing that. I'm not going to mess. It would take ages messing about with the growing another Tardis Coral that may come to. It's a lot of effort. You just place this, and then it lets you pick what you want your console to look like. You can shift click to change the type. By the color, the color variant of your console. Different Hartnell types. You can right click to change the exact type. They have the Steam console, which you will remember from my review of the new Tardis mod. This is very iconic. I definitely very much like this one. There's the Junk Glass, the Alenco, the Coral. Then there's certain ones that are locked based off your loyalty level. We'll go over loyalty level later. But the ones that we have copper here that's locked. Toyota, which is unlocked. A vanilla console, which is a bit of a big one. This is fun because I believe the team behind Dalek mod are working with the team on Adventures in Time. There's the Hudolin, which is the 8th Doctor's Tardis console, which I quite like. It reminds me very much of Fallout Who Vegas. If you don't know what that is, it's a very fun Doctor Who mod for Fallout New Vegas. The Crystalline, which is I think Jodie Whittaker's. The Renaissance, which I think this is Shooties, and then back to the Hartnell. I'm going to go for the Steam. You need your sonic screwdriver, by the way. You need to right click with your sonic screwdriver to set your console. Now, the main way you'll be charging your sonic screwdriver is via your console. When in scanning mode with your sonic, by the way, you can see all of your controls and what they are. And also right-clicking... Oh, never mind. I thought right-clicking in scanning mode in here would show me... Might be because I'm looking at blocks. No, never mind. You can... it is very interesting that you can scan blocks to see certain information about them. But yeah, okay, so you can charge your sonic screwdriver for your console, and putting your sonic into the sonic port wherever I find it, I don't know where it is. Sonic port links your sonic to your Tardis. So that's pretty neat, if I do say so myself, But your Tardis is pretty much useless right now. What did you think you could use your Tardis with just a console and an engine? Sorry, I didn't mean to disillude you with that. No. No, sorry, it's just so funny how much you think it's going to be easier. No, what you're going to need Archtron cables and generalized subsystem cores. The Archtron cable I've got to know how to make, but I'll put the, again, recipes on screen here. And the generalized subsystem core is made with 4 iron ingots, 4 superheated Zeition, and 1 orthogonal engine filter, which is made with 1 Archtron collector unit, 1 superheated Zeiton, and 7 iron ingots. So yeah. So we place our Archtron cables on either side of these ports. And then we attach our generalized subsystem cores to these Archtron cables. Now there are our subsystem cores. You need your these are where you put your subsystems into. Now to fly on its own, you don't actually need all of these cores. All you really need is the dematerialization circuit to take off and land somewhere. But you're going to want a lot of the other ones, especially some of these, because one of these allows you to breathe in your TARDIS without needing a gas mask. So that's, pretty important. So I have a list here of each subsystem and what they do. So I'm just going to read this off to you. Whilst I'm going to get rid of a lot of this stuff as well. I'm going to just read this off to you. So your demat circuit, or your dematerialization circuit, allows you to dematerialize and rematerialize. That's what it does, really. You have a backup circuit, which is currently broken, and I mean broken as in it doesn't do anything, not broken as in you need to fix it. It just is useless right now. Chameleon circuit, which is needed to switch exteriors, cloak, and use adaptive exterior. And I also believe you need it to change your sonic casing, as I've tried to change it without the chameleon circuit, it didn't work. The desperation circuit allows the usage of the siege protocol, of the siege mode and slash protocols. There's the Hail Mary protocol, which needs to be I think you need to be at pilot level loyalty to use, but your TARDIS can come and save you if you're about to die, basically. And there's a similar thing in the new TARDIS mod. But anyway, so the desperation circuit, the gravitational circuit, which unlocks anti-gravs. Also, fun fact about this, I found this quite funny. On the wiki it said anti-mavs, which I just thought was a fun reference. I believe this has compatibility with a gravity mod. I think it's very popular, I can't remember what it's called, but I think there's a way to mess about with gravity with a gravity mod if you have it installed, but I can't remember which gravity mod it is. It's a popular one, but I don't use those a lot. The life support, which lets you breathe in the TARDIS and gives you constant regeneration in the TARDIS, which is very nice. The stabilizers, which unlocks the P116 protocol, which is also pilot. And I think also unlocks the stabilizer. There's a control on the console called stabilizers, which I think also activates that, which just makes it so that you can fly and you won't have to do anything. It just flies automatically. I believe that's what it is. The shield circuit, which unlocks both shield types, and then that is all of them. That is all of them, because I got a bit confused because of the backup circuit, but again, the backup circuit does nothing. It says actually, it said on the wiki it was broken. This says emergency power. I'm going to put it in just in case, because you can still use it, but I don't know if it says broken on the wiki. It might be broken. But yeah. So subsystem 1. Technical problems. Engines phasing. That what? What do you mean engines phasing? I haven't flown yet. I haven't even flown. Shield circuit. This also makes this grow. A backup circuit. A gravitational circuit. Chameleon circuit. Desperation circuit. Stabilizers. Life support. Okay, can I make it brighter in here? Where's the... I left my Sonic in here. Are you... Yeah, you are. I do not have a lot of charge. Sonic settings. Some of these are from Adventures with TARDISes. So again, the mod that's an add-on for Adventures in Time that I am not reviewing yet. Copper. Yeah, 11 is my favourite. Are you... That didn't work. Okay, cool. Scanning. Where's my refueler? This was refuel on... Wait, this is where refuel usually is, but it's not here. Okay, where is it this time? Direction, console port, handbrake, Hail Mary, load waypoint, randomizer, mention first return, siege. don't actually know where refueler. Oh yeah, there you go. You need your handbrake on to refuel as well, so you can't refuel unless your handbrake is on. And obviously this will drain from a rift chunk. Let's go out and come back in, and that might allow me to use my Tardis properly. Because sometimes I wouldn't be able to do something with my Tardis, then I'd go out and come back in and it would work. Or I'd unlock something using commands and it would need to refresh, so I'd have to leave and come back in. Okay, yeah, no, this does work. Yeah, because it wasn't linked to my Tardis yet. It's linked now. Type 50 TT capsule. Nice. Sonic port. What was that? Okay. Monitor. Recharging very quickly as well. I think the max is 5,000 Artron units. You can also obviously change your interior at any time. But a quick note with this, you do need to, I think, get your engine and everything. I don't actually know if you... I know subsystems are stored at your console, but I don't know if other things are, or if it's just that. But you need to get out before your TARDIS is done reconfiguring its interior. Righty, where was the copper, Sonic? Boom, please let me take it this time. No, didn't work. Okay. Right. Well, anyway, we're letting this recharge. I'm going to go over what the villager can trade with you, because that's a lot of the stuff I've shown you can be gotten from the villager. Whilst I'm waiting for that to recharge. So, hi villager, fabricator, engineer. Hello. I bought a rift scanner off him so he wouldn't change his trades. So, the villager at level 1 can either sell you the rift scanner, Zeition shard, or Hyperion core shaft. He sold me the rift scanner and the Hyperion core shaft. So you can get this off. You can get the Hyperion core shaft off this mate. You're gonna want this mate around because he will sell you a lot of the stuff I've mentioned. Like he'll sell you fluid links. Fluid links are expensive. This guy can save you a quick buck. I will say I had to break the smithing table and just leave the fabricator for him to take the fabricator job. But that's because you can place the fabricator without the smithing table, it just won't work. But it will still work for giving him a job. So yeah, level 2 he can give you an Artron fluid link, an Artron mercurial link, a transwarp resonator, or a matrix energizer. And the matrix energizer was decently expensive. But having to get skulk is a hassle. At level 3 he can sell you plasmatic material, Artron cable, photon accelerator, and a console generator. Obviously, on all of these, but he can sell you either like 1 or 2 of them. He'll sell you. Console generator is very good. Level 4 he can sell you the generalized subsystem core, the blueprint. I bought a blueprint of some kind. The orthogonal engine filter, a waypoint cartridge or a waypoint bank. And then at level 5, you can sell you a gold key upgrade, smithing template, an oxygenator block, a landing marker, and a redstone control block, which I assume is all space stuff. I know what the gold key template is, though. So let's go over our keys, because you can lock your TARDIS and unlock it from inside, but you can also get a key which you can link to your TARDIS, which you can then use to lock and unlock your TARDIS from outside. Oh, and I think depending on your loyalty level, you can snap your fingers with I think the preset keybind is V. So, iron key is made with 1 iron nugget, 4 redstone ingots, 1 ender pearl, and 1 redstone dust. Then a gold key is made in a smithing table with 1 gold nugget and 1 smithing template upgrade, key type gold, which is material gold nugget, yeah, with an iron key in the middle. And you can craft this. You just need a smithing template and surround it in gold. Then you use this to make the next upgrade, which upgrades your gold key into a netherite key. And then 1 more, which turns your netherite key into the classic key. which this is quite expensive, but I think the classic key is just generally the best. It increases the distance you can snap your fingers to access your TARDIS, so the classic makes it obviously as far as it can go. So, that's everything with... Well, actually, let's just trade with this guy. Get him to his max. Actually, I forgot I put these in. Yeah, mate, I'm back to trade again. You can trade just enough to level you up, that's nice. Oh, I got the Matrix Energizer. Give me all your... Oh. Give me... No, okay, yeah, never mind. I'm not leveling that guy all the way up. Goodness, no. That's going to take ages. I want another crack in space and time. Oh dear, I didn't mean to do that. I've summoned my TARDIS. Oh. It's taken off. I just wanted to... Interaction. Yeah. It isn't guaranteed to give you a coral fragment, by the way. That's just... I'm just getting lucky. There's a high chance to give you a coral fragment, but there's a chance it can also not. You can summon your TARDIS with your sonic screwdriver, which is something I'm going to go over more in the sonic screwdriver section. Where's it landing? Round here somewhere. See it pulsing. Oh, hello, mate. Is this a rift chunk? Yeah, it's a rift chunk. Is this a rift chunk? Should already put you here. Oh well, I didn't know at the time. Oh, the hum. Right. Oh dear, that can happen as well. If you shouldn't jump on the console. I've got decent energy levels. You can also cache your console to change what it looks like and change your interior. Which I'm going to show off changing your interior because there's something that really annoys me about this mod, and I think you deserve to know what that is because it might not bother you, but it does bother me. And I also need to test if it gives you the engine back. Yeah, because it's enabled. See, that's what confuses me. Because on the wiki it said stores any leftover blocks inside of the at the console or in the console, but then it also gives you that warning, and I don't know if it's. So I'm just going to check if that how this works functionality wise. What gets stored here? What, from the looks of it, nothing so far. I guess nothing. Right. Didn't matter. Anyway, engine. Now this is what annoys me about this mod specifically. It's a nice feature in theory, but I don't like. It's not symmetrical. Okay, never mind. Okay, apparently it does. It didn't store it in my interior though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one. Where's it going to be at? Be somewhere around here. Oh, it doesn't matter. You can place your engine oh, there it is. You can place your engine anywhere, which again sounds nice in theory, right? But there's no set spot in any interior to put. Like, there's no spot you can put your your engine specifically. You just pick where it goes, which sounds right until you're here in the Coral interior and you look around and you realise, hey, where am I going to put this thing? Because when you think about it, obviously it takes up a 3x3 block space. Yeah, sure, but it's also the root comes out at the top really high, which looks a bit ugly. And then you also have I mean, extra 12 blocks to place because you need to put down. You need 4 Artron cables, and then 8 of the generalized subsystem cores. So it's a big thing, and it takes up a lot of space. And sure, you can put it anywhere, but also because obviously it gets rid of your engine. You want to put your engine somewhere that you can sort of activate the changing of your interior, and then get all of your subsystem cores and your engine out. And you can't put it somewhere like that. Like the nicest place you can put this thing is up here. And I know some of you are probably going to be like, well, this looks like a spot for it. But no, I don't care that it looks like a spot for it. There should be a place in the interior that's built for it. Like, also this shows up. You can see this. It would be so easy to just build in a little extra space down here, like a little room that you can use a ladder to get into, where you can just have your engine. And the fact that that's not a thing annoys me to no end. It does my head in. Like, it really, like, when they, because the engine didn't used to be a thing. When I first played this, there wasn't an engine. It does my head in. I don't like it. I think it's a terrible design choice. And, you know, it's a great TARDIS mod. I do love it. I don't want to undersell it. It's very good. This does my head in, having to do this every time. It isn't symmetrical at all. It doesn't fit nicely. It looks ugly unless you put it somewhere out of the way. But you need to have it somewhere you can access it. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of your subsystem cores. So God, it's just so. And this interior hum's annoying me. Where can I go in here? You can change your hum, by the way. Right, where's Coral? There you go. Vortex. Let's do Coral as well. But yeah, Tenant Blue. No, a lot of this is probably from Adventures with TARDISes. So many. I don't like the engine, so yeah, that was my point there. I went on a bit of a rant. I know. I don't care. I don't like the engine. Let's just do a Toyota. Flight. Stabilized. DMAT, currently pulsating. Yeah, sure. Mat, pulsating. Hum. Okay, cool. Yeah. So basically, that little rant was me just saying I really don't like the engine, and that's that. Cache console. Let's give me the Coral. It's built for this. Okay. Now, I know everyone's going to be frothing at the mouth for this one, because everyone loves David Tennant. David Tennant's everyone's favourite Doctor. You all love the Coral interior, the grunge. You like it, I know. I like it, I think it's alright. I think people may over-exaggerate a little bit. It's what it is. But yeah. Scanning mode. I'm going to hold this in my offhand. So, the big thing, obviously, I've showed you how to make your TARDIS. Now you want to know how to fly your TARDIS, don't you? Well, let's see. Am I going to go over that? What do I have written down here? TARDIS flight. Looks like I am going over that. Now, like learning how to drive, you're going to need to know how to use this thing. Now, this bad boy is made to be flown with, I think, up to 5 or 6 pilots. Yeah. 6 pilots. Made to be flown by a myriad of people, but you're one guy, and you aren't in creative mode. Multiplayer. Probably. I'm not, anyway. So I don't have 6 people to fly my TARDIS with. There were some security options, I forgot about that. You can change certain things in here. Receive distress calls, isomorphic level, hostile alarms, yeah, so on and so forth. Let's actually change our exterior as well. Because it doesn't usually take it. Okay. Dalek mod, nice. Okay, this is I think these might be the ones I did by Adventures with TARDISes, but I'm not 100%. Classic now. Oh, I don't even get the mod. Ooh, wait, I can get Renaissance. Coral, there you go. Okay, beautiful. Key as well, just whilst I'm here. You link items to your TARDIS, by the way, by finding your telepathic circuit. Is that here? Sorry, I just saw it. There. You right-click on it and it links the key or whatever to your TARDIS, and then that allows you to lock and unlock your door. Lovely. Unlock my door, and then we're gonna go over the controls, and then I'm gonna fly you. So, On this, there's a bunch of consoles, but on the Coral, you have your isomorphic security here. Your stabilizers are also here. Engine overload. Let's actually scroll down a bit on this. I don't think, yeah, I won't have all of them here. Do I have engine over? No, yeah. Okay, well, these are the, I'll just go over the important controls, actually, because that's what I have written down. We have, so, telepathic circuit. Your telepathic circuit, as I said, is used to link multiple different items. The telepathic circuit is also used, well, right-clicking with an empty hand searches for the nearest populated structure of that dimension, e.g. village for overworld, never fortress for never, entity for the end. Right-clicking with a hypercube sets coordinates to the sender's hypercube. Right-clicking with a drink or bucket of liquid to immediately crash the TARDIS. Little reference to Wild Blue yonder there. I like it. I like it. Using a Never Star on the telepathic circuit will initiate a self-destruct sequence. Maybe don't do that. And using items on the telepathic circuit changes the siege mode cube. These items are the quartz cube, which makes it into a companion cube. I've been playing Portal recently as well, so that's a bit fitting. Observer, weighted storage cube. Sewn is the default, and brick turns it into bricks. Okay. Back to the actual control. This is an actual control, obviously, you know. So, increment. Where's our increment on this one? Hammer hanger. The mallet. I forgot about that. Let's. Alright, yeah. You can. There's a mallet, by the way. You hit. I'll go over it in a second, actually, because it's not. Let's just finish this first. Telepathic circuit. Is there anything else on here? Alarms. Do I have it? Okay. Alarms turns off and on alarms. Cloister belt inside TARDIS. Boom. Off. Power obviously turns on and off the power of your TARDIS. So. Bam. Back alive. I don't think do I have shell repellent written down? I mean, shell repellent is what it sounds like. It gets rid of negative enemies. Right. Door lock allows you to lock or unlock your door. Siege mode? Yeah, no, no, thank you. Shield cloaking. Why do I not have this written? I mean, I have shields. Enables the TARDIS shields. Right clicking to enable them. Left clicking to make them visible. Okay. That's shell cloaking. Dimensions. Oh, dimensions. One thing about dimensions. You might notice the Nether and the End are closed. I'll go. What actually? Do I have it? Where do I have that written down? I'll say it now. I have it written somewhere. I know I do. I wrote it down a bit ago. Or dimensions. Specifically, the Nether and the End will be locked. For the Nether, you need to right-click the telepathic circuit with a blaze rod, and then for the End, you need to kill the Ender Dragon. On servers, just so you know, the Nether is a per-player unlock, whereas the End, once the Ender Dragon is killed, is open to all players who use a TARDIS. So, let's go back to our controls. I did tell you this was going to be a slightly different, slightly bigger thing. Right. Oh, got caught. Increment is used to change the amount you can increase your X, Y, or Z by. The base being 1, then it can change to 10, 100, 1,000, 100,000, 10,000. Sorry. And then yes, direction as well changes obviously the direction your TARDIS lands. So you can recreate that scene from Fear Her if you want to. You could do that. I haven't watched. I've been on a bit of a. I've been playing a lot of games recently. I haven't watched a lot of shows in a while. I should rewatch a lot of Doctor Who again because it is really getting me in the mood for that. Anti-gravs, I believe I have. Yeah, anti-gravity. makes your TARDIS exterior full or not. So when it's on, and if you land on a Y level that's just air, it's either, or in water, your TARDIS will either fall if you have your anti-gravs off, or it will stay in place if you have them on. But I'm keeping mine off right now. Door control, door's locked. Where was door lock? Door control. Allows you to open 1, 2, and then lock and close it again. Lock them up. Okay, so that was that. Anti-gravity. The sonic port is here. The console port I have not used. I have it written here. These are your coordinates, your X, Y, and Z. You can change your X, Y, and Z here. X being, I believe, forward and back. Z being side to side, and Y being up or down. So I might have gotten that wrong. I haven't. My brain's a bit. Yeah. I felt a bit ill this morning. Land type. Land type. Where do I have land type? Horizontal mode forces the TARDIS to look for a surface to land on. A right click cycles through vertical options. Okay. Horizontal mode, just get, yeah, okay. So right clicking, turn it off and on horizontal, then change. I would like to look for a floor, please. The handbrake's on, you can't use your TARDIS, handbrake's off, you can use your TARDIS. Pretty simple. Obviously you need your handbrake on to refuel as well. A randomizer randomizes your destination. Is there anything specific you can tell me on here? I don't think there is, no. Yeah, just random. Randomizes the current TARDIS coordinates based off the increment you have set. Okay, cool. Refueler. Is there? No, we aren't in a. Oh, wait, never mind. There's enough energy here to recharge. Nice. The throttle, which obviously is go and stop. Right click, left clicking increases it, so you can start flying, then go faster, and right clicking allows you to turn it back down. Yeah. And I believe, what is that? Everything? I believe I have written down. Alarms. Yeah. I also have written the land type for the vertical options. Ceiling searches down from your target Y level to find a suitable landing spot. Median searches up and down from your targeted Y level for a suitable landing spot, and floor searches down for your from your target Y level to find a suitable landing spot. So actually, I'm going to put that on median. So where was shields? Wouldn't here. Shell cloaking. Fast return. Fast return just allows you to go back to it, set your coordinates back to where you were, and then when you set off again, it puts you back in your previous location. Randomizer. Really? What? Can I seriously not find it? This is, I will say one thing. Okay, there it is. So with the shields, right click to enable, left click to make them visible. All right. Good thing I've got my key on me. Now I'm visible. What was it? This is the wrong one. Like that? No, unless I'm just activating them. Right. Oh, there you go. Look, it's a shield. Shielding. That looks nice as well. That's going to probably... Yeah, that's probably going to be a big drain on my power. Yeah, it is. There you go. Yeah, max is... Yeah. Okay. So that's the shields, randomizers, land type, refuel, door lock, door, open, close, alarms, power, waypoint, saves or loads waypoint cartridges in the console. I have not. I haven't messed about with waypoints. Let's actually just waypoint bank. Let's put a waypoint bank somewhere up here. Sure. Never mind. What? Okay, never mind. No, never mind. It's all slabs. Okay. Oh, it's all slabs. Okay, lovely. Right. Okay. So waypoints, saves or loads waypoints. Where was my waypoint area? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Save waypoint. Wait, no, sorry, yeah, other one. Where'd it land? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that's saved. Well, can I put this in here, or...? Oh dear. One. And then what? So then I... Oh no, I see. So this is just a waypoint bank to store your waypoints, so you don't have to keep them in your inventory. God's sakes. And then you take it, put it in here, load waypoint. There you go. I understand. Okay, that's very good actually. I quite like that. I quite like that indeed, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. So that's waypoints. Anti-grav I've gone over. Fast return section coordinates to the last position. Tardis was that direction, dimension, coordinates, increment. That is all of your... Apologies. That is all of your controls. So then we just have flight. Oh, before flight though, I should tell you about a certain thing with your controls. If you overuse your controls, they will jam. And because I should say this here, because I'm gonna get, I know I'll probably get like a handful of comments being like, "Oh, LD, I can't use my control, and I don't know why." Here's why. Your control has most likely jammed. You will know because your control will begin to smoke or catch fire or certain things like that. All of your controls have durability, and that's actually another thing with the engine, but I'll go with that in a second. They all have durability, and eventually they will begin to work less efficiently the more you use them, and eventually they will start to smoke, and then they will catch fire, and then eventually they will just stop working. They'll jam, and you won't be able to use them unless you force them with a mallet. You can use a mallet and hit a control with a mallet and force it to work, but that will significantly damage your relationship with your TARDIS. So the alternative is having a sonic screwdriver in TARDIS mode and using it on the control, which will repair it. That's what I'd recommend doing. Really, you don't want to upset your TARDIS. You need a good relationship with this thing. It's taking you all across time and space. It's got a certain level of sentience, and anything with sentience might be able to kill you. So just to be safe, better safe than not. Yeah. So yeah. Now, oh, I haven't shown you the recipe for the mallet either. The mallet is a very simple recipe, I believe. A mallet. The mallet is made, with 2 dried kelp, 1 string, 1 iron axe, and 1 stick. I don't think it has durability, so you just set with that. But yeah, so you hit your console with that on the jammed jammed control, and it should be a bypass. But I just recommend repairing it again with your sonic screwdriver. So to fly, again, you need your handbrake off. Obviously, if you need to refuel, just refuel first, because you will crash if you run out of power mid-flight. Is my handbrake on or off? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so my handbrake is off now because I can't refuel anymore. So, handbrake is off. You can only refuel in rift chunks, by the way, just so you know. That's the only place you can do it. That's why I pointed out a rift chunk earlier, because that's the only place you need it to grow and you need it to recharge. Okay, so obviously you can select your chords with X, Y, and Z. I need some scanning mode, and you can change your increment here. You can, left click to increase, right click to decrease. Sure. Okay, so we set our X, Y, and Z, and now what we need to do is just use the throttle. Psych. No, it's a bit more complex than that. So I'm just going to I have a few of the in-flight events that can happen listed here. I'm not going to go over them all. But you can find them on the wiki. That's where I got them from. They are all listed on the wiki, so if you need to learn how to fly your TARDIS, or if you run into any of these errors, you can get what you need to do off the wiki. And I believe there's a certain thing where if you're looking at one of your controls and it has a little Gallifreyan... oh no, that's TARDIS Refined, isn't it? No, I don't know how you get an indicator of what you do here. Well, I guess you go on the wiki and you can learn what each of them means. It's basically just like the new TARDIS mod where you press a specific key depending on what it is. That's basically the gist of it. So it's what the... Okay, so it's just dimensions here, increment is here, shell cloaking's there, siege mode, Hail Mary and whatnot are here, door lock is here, so that means door is here. Anti-gravs, sonic console port, let's return, XYZ, handbrakes here, just in case I need it, randomizer is there, the little red, what is that? It looks like coral, well it's a coral console, I suppose that would, a throttle is here, refueler, telepath circuit, alarms, I need to really immerse, because I'm going to need to press specific ones, and I need to know where they are roughly. Shields here, engine overload, stabilizers, nice ones. The hardest part is really because some of them are like these little finicky ones in like just down around here that you wouldn't think they're there. Like I'm really blessed there isn't one here. I've played. Oh, well, this one's going to be a bit hard to remember. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's begin. Let's hold this in my offhand as well so I can siege. I'm just going to go on a 1 at first. Basic flight. Are my stabilizers off? I don't actually know if they are. Okay. I think it shakes more when I'm doing it myself. Okay. Directional error. Okay. So you increase your relationship with your TARDIS by flying it and doing all the errors. Okay, that was here. Yeah. Press direction and that fixes it. So that is what you do for directional error. Press direction. Oh, 100%. We're done. That was a very quick flight. Hit that once, and we begin to land. Lovely jubbly. Yeah. So that was an example of one. There's different types. There's okay, so there is single button events. We only have to press one button. There's double button events where you have to press 2 buttons, and there's triple button events where you have to press 3 buttons. You know, in that sort of vein. I was going to say something, and now I've blanked on it, and oh, that's right. It's technically always night in your TARDIS. You can't sleep in here. You check your. So I've just meant I'm going to go with TARDIS loyalty. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Well, no, I have it written down in a different order. I'm actually going to. This is a better way to do it. this is another thing I'm going to mention with this, which makes these suck, is you need to repair them. So you can't have these out of the way. In fact, really, you need to have them down in your console room. But again, terrible interior design. There's no space that makes it easily accessible. I could break a part down here. You can break your way into here, but I feel like every console room should be built with the idea in mind that you can have an easy place to put your engine. I feel like that should just be general interior design. And the fact that it isn't really annoys me. It really annoys me. I'm not going to get into it, but I feel like I'm just going to say I don't think anyone who ever worked on this mod will watch this. Maybe if you ever remake any console rooms or make any more, just add in a little spot that, like, I understand that it's meant to be the appeal of it's your TARDIS, so you can put your engine wherever you want because it's yours. But my OCD, my OCD ass cannot cope. I need, like, it would fit so well here, and I wish I'd seen this before. But it would be just if you just built in a little like step, like just a little hidden little, I don't know, trapdoor somewhere. It doesn't have to be in depth, just a little spot, just one little spot, maybe. Please. No one's ever worked on this. No one's ever going to watch this. But if somehow that ever happens, please, God, could you just? I just a little bit. Maybe it's just me. I wouldn't put it past me. It just bugs me a lot. It's not even a big deal. I don't know. I'm to be clear. I'm mostly joking. Like, obviously, you know, it's a bit annoying, but it's not like edgy probably doesn't bother most people. But yeah, you need to repair these, which reminds me of a terrible idea for me to put this here. Your engine needs to be repaired, and some of your subsystems need to be repaired. It's not a major deal if most of them break, apart from your DMAT circuit, because if that gets below 300 durability, your engines can phase and you'll crash, and I think you can lose your engine and your DMAT circuit. So you're just generally, you know, that's not very good, is it? So yeah, you repair these with, I have it written down here. You can repair them with iron, gold, and copper. You can repair them with iron, gold, and copper. And again, if your DMAT circuit breaks, you're going to crash. And obviously, if your stabilizers break, then you won't be able to use them. So that's, you know, something to keep in mind. It's really loud up here. Okay. But, and I know what you're thinking. Again, but LD, what if I suck at flying? As I said, you can use the stabilizers. You just won't get a better bond with your TARDIS. So that's the only thing. But if you're struggling in flight and you get a triple button press, as long as you've got the stabilizer subsystems and put your stabilizers on, you're right as rain. Now, sleeping here. Your TARDIS plays a different tune depending on your relationship with it, and you get a little message here. The TARDIS hums, neither welcoming nor dismissing. Your presence, neutral. And I'm going to put some footage in here of what each of the hums sound like and what the messages are like. There's only one negative relationship with your TARDIS. The rest are alright, but yeah, so here we go. Right, so you've probably just come back from hearing that. Yeah, that's pretty. That's what they all sound like. I haven't heard all of them yet personally, so it'll be a first time for me and you both. So that is, I believe, everything I have here. Of what your TARDIS. Again, your engines can phase. Engine phasing is a negative consequence of your dematerialization and engine having no durability. Once the circuit reaches 300 durability or less, engine phasing may randomly occur. And what do I have it? Okay, I don't have it written down. Oh, that's no, I do have it written down. And what if it happens? Your TARDIS position randomized and it can cause your TARDIS to ghost monument, which is enabled by default in the configs, but I think it can only happen if you have your leave behind set to false. But you can disable ghost monumenting in here. You can just go into server ghost monument on off. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I would try to show it to you, but I'm not going to. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. You know, you can. You just got to look for your TARDIS. I mean, if you have your Sonic on you, you can just summon your TARDIS. Oh, actually, you can because your DMAT circuit's gone. I'm sure there's ways of locating your TARDIS. I haven't personally ran into it, so I can't give you advice on that one. But yeah. So yeah, I went over dimensions being locked. Again, you can increase your spawn for your TARDIS. Let's just do one more flight a bit further to see if we can get any different sort of engine sorry, any different issues in flight. So basic flight level 1. Boom. I can't do that. No. Some people are very good at doing that little wheezing, but I can't do it. Right. It's a very cool flight, I will say that. It's very cool, very intuitive, very, very nice to mess about with. Immediate cloaking necessary. So, shell cloak and randomizer. Shell cloak. Oh dear lord. Increment scale error recalculation necessary is okay. It's just increment. It has to be very quick. Oh dear lord. Oh, I might crash. I don't know. Okay, that's the one problem with going a lot further as you can. Am I crashing? I don't think so. I'm okay. Okay, I'm a bit on edge. Okay. Right. I can always put my stabilizers on. Not doing these does negatively impact your karma. No, it impacts your loyalty as well with the TARDIS. I feel like you should have a bit more time though. That was not a lot of time. And I haven't got another. I'm just great. Immediate code. What was that again? Shell cloak. Randomize. Yes, I did it. I got all love hearts as well. My TARDIS is happy with me. Okay. Drifting off course. X is dimension. And X. Where's dimension? Oh dear. Oh. God damn it. Okay. Dimensions this one. And I even thought, is that it? But then I thought, no, that's not. Because I thought this was the XYZ panel. But it's because they look so similar. Would this have been easier on Hartnell's console? Okay, well, flight's done now anyway. Yeah. Not an amazing job, but I wouldn't say I did terribly. I got 2, I think. Okay. You can also check your loyalty in here. I'm at 199, which I think I think I'll do one more flight actually, and then I'll go over loyalty. One more because I feel like I did quite bad there, and I want to prove to myself I can. Oh dear. I forgot. Okay. One more flight. And I might crash as well, so you might see what that's like. Obviously, missing one of the events does do damage to your subsystems as well. Right, one more flight. Tardis, of course. So that is. Tardis. Oh dear Lord. Oh, I've got handbrake, throttle, and randomizer. Right. Handbrake, throttle, randomizer. Okay. Did it. I think that's my first triple as well. Power drain imminent. So that's. Or just refueler. I don't know. Power drain imminent is. Power, refueler, where's power? Power, refueler, and random. I know where the rest of this is, I don't know where. Power. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh god. Oh god. Oh dear. What do I do here? What do I do when my TARDIS is experiencing critical failure? I don't think I have it written down. Do I just pull on the handbrake? Ooh. I haven't actually had this happen before. Oh, no, wait, this is where I need to repair my TARDIS. So my TARDIS is broken. Do I have it written down, do I? I think I do. Where do I have it written down, though, is the question. I swear I wrote it down. I don't. I know because I know I wrote down what you have to do. Okay, here it is. You can crash by not doing flight events. Pulling the handbrake during. You can crash by not doing flight events, which is how I crashed. Pulling the handbrake during flight and running out of power mid-flight. When crashing, you will need a respirator to breathe. I'm not in survival, but I'll show you. Oh, when crashing, I'm done crashing. I've crashed. Okay. So you will need respirators to breathe. To repair your TARDIS, you need to put the handbrake on. I put the handbrake on and turn the refueler on. Then go outside and shut the door. I got a cookie. My TARDIS gave me a cookie. Thank you, TARDIS. Oh dear. I guess it likes me. It gave me a cookie because I crashed. I guess it felt bad for me. It probably I'm still at a neutral rank, but I'm higher. So still, even though I crashed, obviously I tried, and I think I did get one. Like obviously, crashing isn't good for your relationship with your TARDIS, but I didn't do too bad. Anyway, so you go outside your TARDIS, and it's gonna take a while to repair, which I'm going to go over the loyalty quickly, and then I'm going to go over. Well, actually, let's go over the sonic first, because this is where I have how to speed up repairing your TARDIS. So you got your sonic screwdriver, and And you're going to need your sonic screwdriver for lots of things in the mod. Inactive is, so we're going to go over the modes. Inactive being it's powered off, it doesn't have any power. Interaction is how you can interact with blocks. And your TARDIS. Overload allows you to overload certain things. Scanning is allows you to find. I'm going to go over everything they can do, but I'm just listing them here. TARDIS is for interaction with TARDIS, and you can switch between modes by shift right clicking. And now I'm going to tell you what they can do because it relates to this crash. Inactive mode is inactive, as I said, doesn't work. Interaction mode allows you sonic Okay. I'm trying to speak too quickly. In interaction mode, your Sonic can ignite candles, campfires and unlit torches, open iron doors / trapdoors, change repeaters, delay and mode. Overload mode allows your Sonic screwdriver to ignite TNT, toggle redstone lamps and shatter glass blocks. A scanning mode allows your Sonic screwdriver to tell you what control you're looking at on the console by hovering over the control entity. It will also allow you to show their hitboxes. It will also show you their hitboxes. The latter is off by default, though, just so you know. So you need, obviously, it wasn't here when I did it. You need to turn it on. I can't remember which config it's specific to control hitboxes. It might be that. I'm not going to put it on actually, but yeah. Yes, it allows you to see your controls. It can tell you if you're in a rift chunk and how much archer energy is stored in that rift chunk. It also, hovering over generalized subsystem cores will allow you to see the name and durability of the subsystem. And if a particular subsystem can't lose durability, it will also not show the name, just so you know. It will only show the name. Sorry, I'm trying to read too quickly. That's on me. You can also scan blocks and entities for info such as health, required mining tool, and blast resistance. It also allows the ability to see where your TARDIS is by right-clicking on a Zeition cluster or a bell block. Just give me a bell. Bell. Right. Okay, let's go a bit further away. Out my line of sight. Oh, I see. You have to. You can see I can't be close to it. TARDIS location overworld coordinates 3003, 32, and 3019. Okay, that's very neat. And obviously you can do that on a Zeition cluster. Then TARDIS mode provides the following features. When inside the TARDIS with the Sonic in your offhand, looking up and using the Sonic triggers a dematerialization, and looking down activates the handbrake and refueler. And when outside, you can summon the TARDIS by right-clicking a valid spot near you, which needs to be within 256 blocks of the TARDIS exterior. But you also need to be at pilot rank for that. However, you also need pilot rank. I think that was written. I've got all this off the wiki, but I can't remember I can't remember if I've written it. I can't remember if I've got it written down right. Looking up with the Sonic in your offhand whilst outside will still trigger DMAT, and looking down will still turn on the handbrake and refueler. And by default, you receive the prime casing when crafting it. Now, this is the part that's important for you. When your TARDIS has crashed, you can. So this is let's go with this. You can insert your. Oh, God's sake! I have this written down. Odd. When your engine's. Where have I written this down then? This should be written down here, but it's not, and I don't know. Okay, maybe it doesn't have to be on interaction. Is that it? Is it shift right clicking to put it? It's overload. No, it's not. Am I going to have to put up the wiki for this? Okay, I'm going to be right back. Wait, there's a little sonic above. Sorry, there's a little sonic above your crosshair. And then I can also on overload mode. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, a little crosshair, a little sonic bit with your crosshair. And also when the engines are phasing, one thing you can do to stop that is using your sonic in Tardis mode on, I think, the console or the engine will cancel that out. Now, how much durability do I have on my on these? Scanning mode. Not bad, actually. Okay. So, let's. Where's that waypoint? Did I leave it in here? Yeah. Third waypoint. Righty, let's get out of here. I'm just gonna go back to roughly the correct area for the review. Righty. Increment scale error. Is that just the same? Yeah, that's just. Which side? Increment. There you go. Righty. What was that? What? I didn't see whatever it was. Okay. Come on. I don't want to crash. Okay. Vortex drift, acceleration necessary. Increment, throttle, increment, and throttle. There you go. I think I nearly missed that, but I'm really glad I didn't. Okay. X marks the spot. Debris incoming. Direction randomizer. Direction randomizer. Okay, I'm feeling quite good about that. Okay, well, yeah, I've finished off. Come on, let's land. Righty. I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna, because I don't want to fly one more time. I'm just gonna show you some. I don't even have it written down, but I'm gonna show you anyway. The Finisihing remote. It's very expensive. The Finisihing remote is a remote. You make it with 4 netherite scraps, 2 netherite ingots, 1 stone button, 1 block of redstone, and 1 nether star. Finisihing remote. Where's? Okay. That's link to mine. Okay. Right. Actually, let's also just check. I'm still neutral. 207. I think that's the exact same. I'm just going to increase this. 40. Uh, 250. Yeah, that puts you at companion level. 250 and above is companion. Okay, so I'm going to take my Tardis and I'm going to take it down here. Okay, well my Tardis is dematerializing. Bye bye. And then on my Finisihing remote, I get a little, little progress thing, telling me how long I have left. I'm actually quite chuffed with this build. I'm not a builder, so the fact I've this isn't too bad. Like, it's not amazing. It's not amazing. I could have definitely improved upon it in some ways. But, I don't think it's too bad, all things considered. I like how I've managed the scrap piles. Ooh. This is a separate thing, but if it's snowing, I think certain exteriors get a snow variant, or they have snow on them, around them. I'm going to put an image on screen of that, actually, just show it to you. I'm going to assume I've done that. So, yeah, I'm at companion level, which is quite nice. So, let's go over our loyalty. So, loyalty. You have to bond with your Tardis, clearly. I mean, you know, you have to have a good relationship with it, and it has to like you have to like it. And to get that requires a certain amount of loyalty points. But it's worth it because you unlock different exteriors, as well as different consoles, as well as different variants for consoles, and even different sonic screwdriver casings. It's all very nice. Now, there are 5 different ranks. So there's neutral, which you start out as. You are a neutral party to your Tardis. Then if you go in the bad karma direction, you get reject, bad loyalty, sorry. Bad your loyalty points. Yeah, you become a reject, which means that the alarms turn on when you get into the Tardis. The alarms turn on, and you get left behind if leave behind is turned on the thing. Yeah, I said karma. I played Infamous Second Son for the first. I played my first Infamous game. I played Second Son recently, and I sort of must just be on my mind because I keep thinking karma when I mean to say loyalty. But then there's the companion level, which you're no longer just neutral. You know, you've been traveling in the Tardis for a bit now. You've gotten to know it. It's gotten to know you. That's it. 245 to 449 is companion. Neutral is 125 to 244, and reject is 0 to 124. Then to become a pilot, you need to get to 450 to 499, and then finally an owner is 500 loyalty points. So yeah, it's going to take you a bit, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And it will teach you how to fly your Tardis whilst you're doing it. Now, there are benefits and obviously negatives to having good or bad loyalty. Obviously, as I said, if you're a reject, the alarms will turn on. But if you have good loyalty, different things can happen. As I've said, you can unlock more exterior variants and more exteriors, more console variants, and more sonic screwdriver shells. You also unlock snapping your fingers at pilot level. So you can snap your fingers to open the Tardis doors. If you have a key above a certain level, I believe it is. Let's test that. Well, it's 450 for pilot. 450. You also get an advancement for that. I think it's starting to trust you. Okay, yeah, no, I need a better key. So I have an iron key, gold or above. You unlock snapping, and after gold, each subsequent upgrade increases the range you can snap to open your Tardis doors. Boom. Shift snapping also locks or unlocks your door. There is a bigger on the inside, which you might have seen, but I think it's behind a paywall. Like, not a paywall, but you have to, I think it's like, I don't think it's public yet, so there's a version where you have bigger on the inside for, I think, Patreon supporters. I don't actually know how it works. I know there's a server subscription. I don't know much beyond that. I didn't write anything down about it. But, yeah, so you can have a bigger on the inside that's built in. But, yeah. Also, another thing with good loyalty is you can choose which ranks aren't affected by isomorphic security. Now, isomorphic security basically just obviously locks out people who aren't your friends, who you don't trust. So, you know, currently security options, isomorphic level companion is cool. You can make it so it's only pilots that are cool, and then only the owner's cool. Or you can let rejects in if you want, but you don't have to. Be a companion. Leave behind can also be on or off. I think with leave behind as well. I think if you're a pilot, I think it doesn't affect you. But if you're a companion or below, I think you need to have a key that's bonded to the TARDIS to be able to not be left behind. If you have leave behind on. So yeah. If you're a companion, the shields won't push you away anymore as well. And I think pilot or owner makes it so that Hail Mary actually works. It won't work if you're below that, but you do still need a key on you for it to find you. And at owner loyalty, the shields turn on as well if the Hail Mary the Hail Mary protocol is triggered. So your shields will also turn on to protect you. So how do you increase your loyalty points? Or decrease if you want to. So to increase, doing flight events correctly increases them. Repairing subsystems / circuits increases them. Fixing the TARDIS after a crash increases it. And a passive increase, you just get a passive increase whilst inside the interior. And then what decreases loyalty points? Missing flight events, crashing the TARDIS, letting water through the door, hitting the console with a hammer, and a key getting destroyed. Those things do decrease your karma, your loyalty with your TARDIS. So try to avoid doing those maybe, unless you again, if you want to have negative karma, you're testing it, so on and so forth. That's an option for you. So I'm going to go out and in so that it refreshes my hopefully refreshes my these. Any more of these unlocked? What? No, any that one unlocked before unlocked now? Right. No, that isn't. I think a few of these are unlocked that weren't before. I think, War wasn't unlocked before, so that's unlocked at pilot level. Actually, I want to go to the War interior. Yeah. Oh, well, I have to get out now. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, hey, it makes a... Oh, but that reminds me, you can break down the door with an axe, but I think that would also negatively impact your karma quite a bit. And I think you have to repair it as well. Like, otherwise it just stays open. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And there's another... Yeah, there's no spot here specifically where I could... Ooh, this could work. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Alright, give me all these. Gimme. Gimme. Righty. In here. Oh, that's not good. Oh well. Maybe if the interiors were designed with having an engine in mind, I wouldn't have to do this. But unfortunately, they aren't. So I do. Okay. I don't like it. I'm trying not to be like, you know, annoying about it. I'm gonna have to put it in the middle as well because there's not enough room. So engine. Artron. Okay, generalized subsystem core and Artron cables. Yeah, Artron cable. Right. Oh, this is going to be a... Okay, okay, I'm gonna have to mess about with this a bit. Right. Life support. Chameleon circuit. Gravitational desperation. DMAT shields. Shields. And I can only need one here as well, because the backup circuit again, it doesn't do anything. I'll put it in, but again, I don't think it does anything. Right, what's you were a quartz stair, weren't you? Right. Yeah, there you go. I really okay. Yeah, every second, I dislike the engine system more and more. It's not even like terrible. It's just so hard to work with. Oh, sorry, Tardis. Right, console cache. We have a white variant, or would it be the decayed console? No. Oh, no, okay, fine. There you go. Oh no. Boom. There you go. Oh, the top's gone. I don't. Okay. I don't. You know what it is. Yeah. So that's mint. Yeah. I think, is that everything? I don't think I have any more written down. Obviously, I showed you how to make a TARDIS, how you get your TARDIS, how you craft everything. You can also get stuff off this lad, this mad lad. I've shown you how to increase your loyalty, how to decrease, what to do when you crash, roughly. You know how to use a TARDIS pretty much, and obviously you can get all of the stuff that can happen when you crash. All the flight events off the wiki, like I did. So I think that's that is pretty much everything. Oh, keys. That's one thing I forgot. Key. Again, keys don't do much apart from increase your the distance you can use your TARDIS. You can snap your fingers to open your TARDIS doors. But obviously the classic key is nice. It's in vein of a you know, classic. Ooh. Oh dear. Do you need repair? What's going on here? Well, to be fair, oh dear, I don't know what's going on here. I can slash AIT link this anyway, but still. There you go, that's linked to my TARDIS now. How far does that increase my range? You know, so I think it's also I have to be on. Oh, do I? Okay, so I have to be on Y level with it. Oh. Yeah, so this is. What's this? Here? Could I do it? Alright, okay, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11-ish. Let's just say 10. 10 blocks. So 10 block distance, that ain't bad. If you're running from someone. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. Shift, lock. Okay. Pretend I didn't mess about with that a bit. I like that it does the little car beeper that it did in what is it? The End of Time? Is that the I can never remember David Tennant's. I think it's The End of Time. You know, with Rassilon and so on and so forth. I'm not going to have the space stuff again. I think this is about where I'm going to cap it off because that's pretty much it on how you get your Tardis, how you use your Tardis, customizing your Tardis. I'm going to actually change my Sonic casing because I tried to do it earlier, didn't let me. So where was my Sonic port on it? Here. Where? Yeah. Okay. Sonic settings. Don't let you cache your console with your Sonic in it, by the way, because you need your Sonic to change your, console. Where's song would be nice, but I'm looking for tenants specific Coral. Oh, it worked. Okay. Oh yeah. This is different thing. Again, this is different things depending on which. So with this one scanning, it's quite nice. Oh, offense. There you go. Engaging handbrake and refueling. Okay, well, it's time for me to leave this old police box behind. Okay, let's do an outro. Hi there, LD here in post. I'm just going to go show you a quick montage of a few of the protocols that the Tardis can do that I forgot to do in the video, like the Hail Mary protocol or the Siege Mode protocol. So yeah, enjoy that. Righty, I've been LD. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do feel free to like and subscribe. The mod, as well as the wiki, will be linked in the description below. I hope this video has been helpful for you in finding the information you need. I have certainly enjoyed making it. And I will see you next time. Next time is going to be a bit of a smaller review, which I'm excited for, because obviously I haven't mastered big reviews yet. So next time I'll just be doing a small little, like, probably won't even be more than 30 minutes, hopefully. I might even set a timer to see if I can get it down in time, because shorter videos probably will do better for, like, you know, views. But yeah. So again, mod and wiki will be linked in the description below. There won't be the map, because obviously I'm not using a custom map today. But yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, and bye.